Ooh, baby, I love you way. Oh, welcome back. Oh, just today, this may turn into a little bit of a moto vlog, I don't know. Alright, I closed the garage. The guys working on my Porsche yesterday called, said that the flywheel needed to be resurfaced, and I haven't heard back from them. So I'm gonna take a little ride out there, because, you know, why call when you can show up in person and just see what, you know, see how it's going. Not to mention, it's a beautiful day. Why sit indoors and watch movies or anything like that whenever I can ride around and cause havoc and speed through cars and just, you know, have a good grand time with it. Me gusta. If you watch Baker X Derek, that song Magusa gets stuck in my head all the time. Some people are like, why are you singing Magusta? What the fuck does that even mean? I'm like, I don't know, I just heard it. You know, you hear those songs, they just get stuck in your head. That's kind of how it is. I've got a question for you moto vloggers. What do you use for editing? Lately I've been using the GoPro for like the first two. With the new GoPro software. I don't know how much I like it. Hold on. But other than that, I used Windows Movie Maker for the other one the other day. Whenever I did the morning ride, I think is what I did. I was on my way to work. It was such a good morning that day too. Oh, alright, so as I live here in Biloxi, let me turn my music down. Well, close to Biloxi. ZJ, if you follow him, the link should be like right there, I think, if I do it right, I think. He lives in New Orleans, and I mean, it's starting to turn into perfect weather time. I guess I'm gonna have to do a nice ride over to New Orleans, and, you know, it's just you know, maybe meet him up in the middle somewhere. So I don't know. It's a long drive to do by yourself. That would just be, ugh. I mean, unless I spent the whole day in New Orleans, which is, you know, always fun. Nothing ever goes wrong in New Orleans. At all. Oh, there's noise. And I like to call this move the Mississippi Middle. I've never really seen it anywhere but in Mississippi, but I could be wrong. There's dumbass drivers everywhere, and they seem to pick up on each dumbassery move that each one does. So it could answer. Oh no, it's just music. Anyways, yeah, dumbassery drivers yeah, I think they learn from each other. I think one does their dumbass move, and they're like, oh, I saw that. That must be illegal. Let me try it.
Here's another question for you guys. Are y'all like a predictive driver? Like, I predict what people's gonna do. Most of the time I'm right, which is very nice. But it just seems like it's very nice to be able to know what someone's gonna do. Like that guy driving down the wrong side of the street. Didn't see that one coming. But then again, he was around the curve. Here's another good one for you. Has anyone ever had deja vu? I mean, like straight up, you lived it in a dream or something like that. I hate to say it, I have had a lot of deja vu throughout my life. Mostly from dreams, though. The other day, well, yesterday, I was at Self-Aid Buddy Care instructor course. And sitting in that room, when the guy turned on the first slide, you know, the introductory slide, you know, hey, this is what you're going to be doing, kind of thing. Or, I mean, not even that, really the title slide. It just clicked in my brain. I've fucking been here in a dream. The title slide was there, I was there, but what was going on around me was not happening. But the place was there in my dream, and I had never been in that room in the hospital before. So it was just kind of interesting. Anyone ever have anything like that happen? In no way and form. Am I a psychic? Do I like to say that I am? But man, you have dreams like that and it fucks with you. Like one day I was over at my buddy's house, or apartment actually, and we were just sitting there and he's playing Mass Effect 3, and I swear to God, not but maybe a month or two prior, I had a dream about that. You know, I was just chilling on his couch, and he was playing Mass Effect 3, and I mean, it just hit me. Like, you know, it's almost like a punch to the gut, like, ooh, fuck, I've been here before. And then you're just like, this isn't what happened in my dream, but I've been here before. Man, it just fucks with you. I think the first time I ever realized I had it happen was we were in Tennessee for vacation, and we got up to this hill because we were like bicycling or walking through this park, and I just happened to look over and I just saw this hill, but in my dream it had a deer standing on it, you know, deer, big antlers, stuff like that, and it was just, holy crap, it was just, I mean, it was just, wow, I've been here before. And then ever since then I have it every now and then. I can't choose when, but I do. Antique. Wow. Honestly, I would never put an antique on a tag on something like that. I think they should be reserved for, you know, people that are restoring cars and stuff like that. I mean, like my Porsche, it's an 88. I think next year I can throw an antique tag on it. my baby's on the back. Alright, so they were able to get the pressure, or not the pressure plate, the flywheel tuned or turned. Basically, you know, if you don't know much about, you know, whenever they, what is called turning, it's also they take basically a grinder, and then they grind it fine so that you don't lose any kind of anyways. So all right, so what they do is they grind it down, and it makes it a smooth surface again. And especially if you're putting on like new brake pads and your rotors are a little ate up, it's best to go ahead and take them off, go get them turned. You know, some places charge like $10–15 a rotor, or you can just invest in new brake pads about 5 months later, depending on how much you use your brakes. Other than that, I mean, you know, they said they showed me the old clutch. It wasn't like a pressure plate, or it wasn't like one of the splines on the pressure plate brake. It was at the fucking, it was like a gasket or a rubber housing around the clutch had just shredded itself, and the clutch was just free spinning, and it was just making noise. Yeah, definitely was a clutch issue. And glad, you know, I got it looked at and whatnot. They had the transmission just sitting out. It was kind of cool. I love going in garages. I love working on cars. Thank you, lady, for acknowledging that I was on my way through that intersection. Hey-o! I should do one of Baker X Derek's chair soon. It's always funny the way he gets the reactions that he does. He's just like, chill! I guess while I'm sitting here, so which do you prefer? Ethanol-free gas or the E5 gas? I mean, they're trying to do research right now to find out if E15, I think 15% ethanol alcohol gas is not harmful for motorcycles, to say. Not harmful. I know ethanol gas, if you don't use the bike very often, it's very bad for anything small motor wise. Because, I mean, if you don't know the story of ethanol, it's a grain alcohol, and it pulls the moisture out of the air. Answer? She always knows when I'm doing something mischievous. I don't know how that is. I'm just kidding. I would not do one. Alright, anyway, back to topic. Alright, so back to topic on the fact that, let's see if we can chair them. Chill! Anyways, non-ethanol and ethanol gas. I think it's very important what you put in your bike. You don't want to put, you know, trash. I mean, I put Supremium on my bike, and I think it's what I could, you know, the best thing I could put. I do use ethanol gas just because there's not a lot of non-ethanol, but if I know it's going to sit a while, I have me some ethanol treatment that takes the ethanol out of the gas.
So, I mean, with that being said, you can always do that.